You're alive. Are you alive? Really? Hi guys, I'm Robin. This is my Alkaline Vegan Journey, and it's so funny because I didn't prepare to go live on YouTube. Always been on TikTok, and because my phone doesn't charge right or something, I don't know what it is. It's not in internet space, so I couldn't continue. It shut us down earlier while we were doing our inspiration station. I'm like, nah, we were on fire. We were on fire. For those of you who might be new to the station, this is what this entire station is all about: being happy. And it is. It's about being happy. And we have a strategic way of getting there and staying there happy. I'm Robin. This is my Alkaline Vegan Journey. And back in 2020, I started my journey, my Alkaline Vegan Journey. Didn't know that that's what it was until later, but I did my very first 21-day all water fast. It was from February 24th, I think, to March 16th or something. Can't remember those dates. I don't know why. They were like stuck like glue in my mind a long time ago, but we've come so far. It started in 2020. Now, let me preface this with, I was coming back from DC. I lived in DC and we moved to Australia. We were coming back to DC, me and my son, because I moved there and then came back and he decided he wanted to join me. He was going to go to school, scholarly peer reviewed articles about dry fasting. I'm like, wow. And I had done one when I was in DC. I'd done my first 40-day fast while I was in DC. I was living in a house because, March tickets to return on April 23rd were no good because they were not letting anybody in the country of Australia. And we had to set up shop because they were saying we wouldn't be back in Australia until 22, and this was 2020, right? So we started with setting up. I sold everything, got rid of everything. I ain't selling nothing. What am I talking about? I can't think of one thing that I sold. I gave everything away. When I made that move to Australia, I was serious, and I did. And I hadn't fasted. I'm still trying to figure out where that came from. I think it's innately in me, and it's been creeping itself out. And then it just hit full blast when I started cleansing my body. But anyhow, I was living in a house that was shared by five of us. Trying to get back on my feet because I'm like basically stranded back in the States. Even though I lived there, it was like, nah, I'm starting over. So I moved in this home where there were five different ones of us that were sharing the bathroom and the kitchen. Now, all of them had the COVID shot. I was the only one that didn't. One of the guys actually contracted COVID, full freaking blown. Full blown. I mean, he already looked horrible, but he really looked horrible. And they released him from the hospital for why? I still don't know that. I'm not catching this, and I'm not taking that shot. Freak this crap. It's not gonna happen. I was so determined. I stopped eating that Sunday. It's always a Sunday at midnight. I always do that. I don't know why. It just seems easier. It's like I went in that room and I really didn't come out other than to use the toilet for 3 days. I was praying. I was reflecting. Y'all, and I had my whole garden, my little garden, because y'all know everywhere I go, I don't care what, I'm planting seeds. Because I'm always eating something that has a seed. And I was planting those seeds and they were growing beautifully. And I only had this little piece of a window. No real sunlight. I don't know. I was in that room 3 days. No water in me, no water on me. I was serious. I'm not catching this crap. This man looks horrible. You hear me? He looked pathetic. And then he's in the house with us, and we got to share the bathroom, got to share the kitchen and stuff. Oh no, I ain't going in there. So that might have been fear too, but either way, it worked. Everybody in the house caught COVID. COVID. I'm talking about full blown, can't taste and sickly, and why they weren't. I don't know. I wound up later found that's called hard dry fasting. Oh, this whole journey for me has been like a experiment. I'm telling you, because I had never known anything about fasting. I mean, it wasn't even on my mind, something that I would do. It just seemed so religious, and I don't know, just not the way I wanted to get there for some reason. And now I can't stop talking about it. It's so crazy. It reminds me of one of those characters in the Bible where, he was persecuting all those doggone Christians and stuff, and then wound up turning to, I mean, straight up coming back. I think it was Paul named Saul or something like that. And yeah, I say it because I've read the Bible 3 times, cover to cover with a group, just so I could quote scriptures differently. Everything read in that Bible appeals to me so differently. I'm telling you, I'm a different person. But anyhow, I stayed in that room for 3 days, letting in me or on me. And when I did emerge, I wound up leaving, and I guess I got spring water because at that time we were doing spring water. No, not Poland Spring. You hear me? I went the whole other 37 days with just water and not, man, I was good. And I could see how breatharians could do this, where they don't eat anything. And I don't know if they drink water. I'd like to do some more research on it. But anyhow, after having that experience, I knew I was doing the right thing. Straight fasting is something to this thing. It really is. I don't care what religion you're in. I don't care. I mean, for health reasons, fasting is the gift of life because you are actually literally reborn. When you think about as you eat it all, so think about it. I mean, just common sense, sensically. You stop eating food. Your body has an alternative energy source, and food is not needed for that alternative energy source. And that's how we live with that energy. I'm telling you, I really, because that breatharian thing, I know a guy, I think his name is the Airbender on YouTube. And at that time, I think it was like 4 years, nothing to eat. And I don't know if it's also nothing to drink, but I could see it. I could see it straight being in ketosis. You got full energy, you got everything your body needs. What do you think about nutrient? Anyhow, that just sent me down another rabbit hole, but I'm always doing that because I'm telling you, when you fast and you cleanse that body, you got clear thought. And that thought and is not limited to just what you want to think. It's giving you all kinds of ideas, creative ones. You're becoming more aware. This is the gift of life. And it's so beautiful that it's right within us. Nobody can take it away. They try to. When they put that to those alternates, just like my body is now on this Dr. Sabi list, because that's my food. I mean, it's just got to make common sense that that's integrating in with your natural self and altering that natural self, eating it. Your body is being acclimated to whatever is perpetuating growth in that in you. So you become acclimated to it. I'm telling you, I don't want to be on that. That's something that's made in the lab. That oh, I'm saying that with our natural bodies, now knowing I know after fasting so many times with how my body is working, I'm telling you, I am very protective. He is like prime real estate, straight up prime real estate. I ain't letting any and everything get in. And if I do, guess what? I know how to fast. I'm telling you, fasting is a purge. Fasting is the best purge because you're making your body do all the work. And why not? That's why it was created. That's the function of every system to be able to regenerate. Oh, I know why. Oh, let me further introduce myself. I'm Robin, and this is my Alkaline Vegan Journey. And I live in St. Lucia. I used to live in the village down in Grosse Ile. And last year, November, I moved with my boyfriend Simeon here on the farm. It's a Rastafarian farm called Zimbabwe. So, yeah, I know why. Anyhow, and that might be part of it too, because I had never done this stuff before I got here. Anyhow, after leaving that house, um, it's kind of like that particular fast hit me. It was for 40 days. And in essence, because I had done the first 3 days dry,